Good evening, everyone. My name is Marco Carrion. I'm Commissioner of the Mayor's Community Affairs Unit. I'd like to welcome everyone to the People's House, Gracie Mansion. Thank you, everyone. So I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening to the kickoff of the 2018 Harlem Week, or Harlem Month. And with that, I'd like to bring up your mayor, Bill de Blasio.
I have a question for everybody. Is Harlem in the house? Wow, you have provided proof to me. Everybody, we may be a few blocks farther south, but tonight, Gracie Mansion is Harlem, is it not? Welcome, everybody. We celebrate something so wonderful, an amazing community, and the annual celebration of all that is good about Harlem and what it means for this city. You know, I don't know why it's called Harlem Week anymore. It is not a week. It's a lot more than a week. It's kind of become Harlem Month. If we make it Harlem Year, it would just be continuous. It would never stop, right? So, I want you to indulge me. I want to say a few things, but first I want to acknowledge a lot of wonderful people who have joined us tonight who do so much for this city. And I'm going to run through them real quick, but I want you to give them the warmth and applause they deserve. These are great public servants. A lot of them are standing here behind me, beginning with the first Deputy Commissioner of the NYPD, Ben Tucker. Our Small Business Services Commissioners played such a crucial role in our MWBE efforts, Greg Bishop. Our Oath Commissioner, Fidel Del Valle. Commissioner of Public Design, Justin Moore. Consumer Affairs Commissioner, Lorelei Salas. Doris Commissioner, Pauline Toole. City Planning Chair, Marissa Lago. Senior Advisor, Stacy Lynch. Chief Service Officer Paula Gavin. And the woman who's got one of the best jobs in New York City, she's Director of the Office of Nightlife, Ariel Palitz. And the elected officials who are with us, because it's Harlem Week, I'll put Manhattan ahead of Brooklyn, okay? Just this once. Borough President of Manhattan, Gail Brewer. Borough President of Brooklyn, Eric Adams. And now Harlem's own State Senator Brian Benjamin. Assemblyman David Weprin. Also Harlem's own council member, Assembly member Inez Dickens. And the epitome of Harlem, who served for so many decades, us all, Congressman Charlie Rangel. Now, I want to say a few things, and then I'm going to bring Lloyd Williams up, and he is going to continue the program after I leave. But I want to say to you, Harlem, think about this. In this moment of history, it's only going to be a couple of minutes, so I want you to listen to me for a moment. In this moment in history, when we see a lot of division around us, we see a lot of negativity, people are struggling to find some hope, I would direct their attention to Harlem. Because if you want hope, and if you want to remember how tough times were overcome by good people, just look to Harlem. Look at that rich history of Harlem. Harlem did not always have it easy. And the arts and the culture that flourished in Harlem spoke to all the things that needed to change. The politics that flourished in Harlem spoke to rising up against things that were unacceptable. Harlem has represented a form of noble resistance for a long, long time. And so when sometimes people get a little caught up in the moment and need a little more perspective, we've got to remember what for generations Harlem has meant and how many times this community has helped to set us on a better course. You know, people think about the landmarks and they think about the famous places, they think about the Apollo and they think about Sylvia's and they think about a lot of other places, but the more important question is the people and the culture and the history that makes Harlem so great. And Harlem has been a place that respected every human being, even when it wasn't easy. And that's part of the power, the eternal power of Harlem. I know that Harlem Week this year celebrates the extraordinary contributions of women in Harlem, of the LGBT community in Harlem. And that is perfect at this moment in history where voices of intolerance are trying to undermine us. We double down on our respect for all people at this moment. And that's what this celebration should be about. You know, the President of the United States claims to come from New York City. But we can safely say he does not come from Harlem. He does not have the values of Harlem. He does not have the values of New York City. And we've got to remember that there's something greater and more eternal in those values. They were here before he came along, and they'll be here once he's gone. And we've got to remember the great heroes that this community has produced who created lasting change, again, more than any president. Think about Dorothy Height. Think about Malcolm X. Think about Harry Belafonte. What they have done will last for generations and generations, way past this election or any other election. And that's part of the extraordinary legacy of Harlem. So I just want to conclude with this point. When we celebrate this great community and its history, let it be a reminder to us never to be bogged down in a moment where things seem bleak, but be as strong as those generations of Harlemites who fought whatever was thrown at them, who believed in their ideals and their values and kept coming on strong. Harlem is eternal. Some things are passing. Some things will be gone soon, but Harlem is eternal. So now I have the great honor of calling Lloyd Williams forward. Lloyd, please join us. Now, Harlem Week is possible because of the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. And that organization has been here since 1896. Isn't that extraordinary? And from the beginning, the idea of the Chamber of Commerce was not just to help business flourish, but to help culture flourish, and the arts, and a deeper sense of community. So that's been an amazing tradition, but one man deserves particular credit. And Lloyd, he has been nothing but consistent. 44 years ago, he came up with the idea of Harlem Day. It was once only a day, everybody. It's almost half a century later. Harlem Day became Harlem Week, as I said, kind of Harlem Month. The Chamber goes on strong, the idea of Harlem stronger than ever. And now I want to, on behalf of the people of this great city, formally recognize the Chamber for all it's done with this proclamation. Lloyd, if you'd hold this. And every proclamation has a lot of words, but the last words are the most important. when I get to use the power of the mayoralty to celebrate something great. So it's my honor as mayor to declare today, Wednesday, July 18th, 2018, in the city of New York as Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce Day. Ladies and gentlemen, to carry on the program, and he knows what he's doing because he's been doing it for a long time, let's have a thunderous applause for Lloyd Williams.
1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm kicking my mayor's behind. No, I want you to know this, because I am letting him know we have elected you twice to be the head of the city of New York. The citizens of this city have said to you they support you by their actions. So we want you to start relaxing. Don't get all consumed about the negativity, and know that the people of New York have spoken twice to say they want you to represent us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay?
Good man.
You take care.
Thank you.
I'll make it out.
Enjoy the party, everybody.
Now, I'm going to move this quickly, if you don't mind, because it's hard to get everybody. You can't see what we can see from here, the massive crowds. And of course, there are people on the outside who can't hear what we're talking about. So, two things. Our themes for Harlem Week this year: women transforming our world. Past, present, and future transformative women. And when you leave, you'll get a copy of this evening's program that will explain those themes. The other theme is the community within the community, celebrating LGBTQ. We are saying that there's not one of us in this audience who does not have someone in our blood system who is not a member of that community. And we want to bring us all together as opposed to separating us, as is being done by, my wife calls him 45, okay? So that's what we're doing. So let me move the program. We have 3 awards join with us. Our first award is going to Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. And the recipient on behalf of Delta Sigma Theta is Miss Rory Mills, who is the president of the North Manhattan Alumni Chapter. And Delta was selected by Hazel Dukes, one of our board members. And the presentation is being given by the distinguished president of 100 Black Men and head of diversity for MTA, Michael Garner, and Winston Majette. And we also have Miss LaToya Jordan, who is by the way, LaToya, come on, step out here. I told LaToya that Michelle Scott told me she was 14 months pregnant. She said, no, just 8. So let's give LaToya from JetBlue a hand, and best wishes with the birth forthcoming. This is a brief presentation, and we would like Ms. Mills to say whatever she wishes to say, and I'll hold that and we'll move on. Okay?
On behalf of the 200-plus women of the North Manhattan Alumni Chapter, we would like to accept this honor humbly, and we are so proud of the work that we're doing in the Northern Manhattan community. North Manhattan was chartered on December 13th, 1980, and since our chartering, the members have remained committed to promoting community service, academic excellence, and scholarship. We have produced our programs that feature our mental health and physical awareness. We're also so proud that our annual Family Health Symposium and Backpack giveaway is still a success. Also, we're proud that we have awarded close to $200,000 in scholarships to over 30 students attending colleges and universities across 25 states. Some of the members are here, and once again, we would like to thank the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce and the Mayor's Office for this award. Thank you.
Mike Garner, thank you so much for all you do. We truly appreciate you. We have just 2 more awards, so bear with us. Mr. Vosa Rivers, the first Vice President of the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce and Vice Chairman of Harlem Week, is making the next presentation to a distinguished member of the LGBTQ community that we want to honor, Vosa.
Hi, good afternoon. We are so proud to present this award to George Faizon, a pioneer in dance, the first African American to win a Tony Award for his choreography. George is a leader, he's a teacher, and he's a pioneer, and he's a Harlemite. Please welcome George Faizon.
We are under siege. I need you to be vigilant. I need you to stay beautiful. I need you to stay free. And most of all, I need you to stay woke.
George and Vosa right here, they want shots. The next member, distinguished member of the LGBT community, we are asking our Harlem Week board member and great friend, Miss Irene Gandy, to come to the forefront. And Irene is making the presentation to one of the great performers of our country. You know her from many backdrops. Most of you remember her from her lead role in the great group LaBelle with Patti Bell. Patti LaBelle, here we have representing LGBTQ, Miss Nona Hendryx.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so happy and honored to present to Miss Nona Hendryx, my dear friend, and I have been with her for the last years. Nona, welcome. Nona, welcome. And here is a presenter's award to you from Harlem Week for your LGBT community. Thank you.
Hello. I think when they built this place, they didn't expect us. But here we are. And when I say us, I mean all of us, whether we're from different ethnicities, whether we're from different sexual preferences or the ways that we are born. I'd like to thank you for always welcoming me to Harlem from the very beginning, from 1961 until now. And I hope I will be back there in October celebrating the hardest working man in show business, Mr. James Brown. So come out, come to the Apollo for that show. And thank you very much. I thank the mayor. I thank Harlem Week, the greatest, most fabulous area of New York. Thank you.
One more picture, one more picture. Okay, got it. Okay, during Harlem Week, we give hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of scholarships, summer internships, and grants out. We are going to do 2 this evening. So, representing JetBlue is Miss LaToya Jordan. Miss LaToya Jordan will be presenting the scholarship, which is a round-trip ticket from JetBlue for a student who can travel by air, to Miss Devin Paschal, who attends SUNY Potsdam. So Miss Jordan and Devin.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I just want to say a few things on behalf of JetBlue. First of all, we are so honored to be the official airline for Harlem Week. We love the partnership that we've had with the Harlem Chamber of Commerce and look forward to an amazing week this year in partnership with this awesome organization. I mean, what better neighborhood as the New York hometown airline to support than this spirited, fierce, and culturally sound neighborhood than Harlem. I mean, it's iconic not only for New York, but around the world. So thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this and to continue to partner with you as you have an amazing, amazing year. So on behalf of JetBlue, we would like to present this scholarship to Devin Paschal, who goes to SUNY Pottsville. So as we want to continue to develop our students, let's give a big shout out to Ms. Devin as she pursues her education up in SUNY. Congratulations.
Tell me what you're majoring in.
Well, you can tell that too.
Hi guys. I don't really know what I'm majoring right now, but I'm getting it done. And
Speak up.
I'm getting it done, guys. I'm getting it done.
They need a photo. Our final presentation, Miss Barbara Burwell, the treasurer of Harlem Week and one who keeps us aggressive in what we're doing, is making the presentation on behalf of the Schubert Organization, our theater partners. Ms. Barbara Burwell is making the presentation to Ms. Ariane Rowe, who is a student at Princeton University.
Thank you, Lloyd. On behalf of the senior executive, Charles Flakeman, on behalf of the senior executive, Mr. Charles Flakeman of the Schubert Organization, our Broadway theater partner, we would like to present to Ms. Ariane Rowe an internship in the amount of $1,000 from the Schubert Foundation. I would like for Ms. Rowe to just tell you where she's going to school and what she's studying.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ariane Rowe, and I'm going to be a sophomore in the fall at Princeton. My intended major is Spanish and International Studies, and I plan to become a corporate lawyer one day. Thank you very much.
Let me, as we move on, first of all, I have to thank my state senator. It's been said, but he's my state senator, okay? So I need to thank Brian for being here. I need to thank the lady who is my political leader, the Assembly member, the Honorable Inez E. Dickens, for her leadership. And we are so honored to have the president of the borough of Manhattan and my great friend, the president of the borough of Kings, you call it Brooklyn, the borough of Brooklyn, Eric Adams. Okay? I close out on this. First of all, help me give my grandson, who will be 1 year old a week from now, is in the audience. So my grandson, his name is Lennox Ali. You like that? Lennox Ali Williams. He's gonna be 1 year old next week, so give Lennox a hand. I want to give a special thanks to Vosa Rivers, Patricia Ricketts, Marco Nobles, Emmett Causey, Winston Majette, and my boss, Michelle Scott, for all that they do. And when history is in the house, you always give it double respect. So the history for the Honorable Charles Bernard Rangel, thank you for being with us. And they've been standing a long time, so if you don't mind, we'll let them go. And the bar is going to be open up again, and food is going to be served. And thank you so much for coming out. Thank you.